She's just stellar. Maddie is a stellar gal. She's done a great job, and that makes me feel special. It makes me feel like, you know, she notices my son.
Everything she does with him is catered towards him specifically. He is nonverbal, so she would send us videos and pictures throughout the day and let us know how he's doing and that he's okay, because I can't ask him, you know, how was your day? What did you do? The initial thought of him starting school was terrifying, but she has made it just absolutely the most wonderful experience. I don't know what we would have done without her.
This is the way we say goodbye. Say goodbye, say goodbye.
Are you ready to hear your challenge? Everybody say, ooh, challenge.
Kendria bases all of her teaching practices on authentic, real learning experiences. She's a master at differentiating instruction and meeting every student where they're at and ensuring each of them has access to learning. Highly respects each child's individuality and each of their needs.
She is so welcoming, gentle, kind, and always willing to help out. She is always there for the students. She always is willing to help out, even on times when she has meetings or other things going on. Her classroom door is always open.
¿Tú sumas? 5 por 5 es 10.
My son's in 7th grade. 2 years ago when he had senior Lanigan, it was the start of COVID, and I think it was very difficult for all teachers. She cared about their social well-being, and she connected with them before and after school, and she still, to this day, I know connects with that class.
I think of her as a person who's thinking about the whole student. She's all in, you know, she's all heart. And I think that shows in how she shows up. She's approachable, she's candid, and she not only helps our students be better, but she helps the parent be a better parent for the student. And that makes a big difference.
There he is, he's flying above the clouds. All right, Griff, page 6.
Honestly, we feel like we hit the teacher jackpot. From Leo's very first days of 1st grade last year, he would come home talking about her.
She takes a lot of time with each child to make sure that the content is appropriate for where they are at, which has been nice. So kids aren't too far behind or too far ahead, and it feels like a really good fit.
Her communication with both students and parents are off the charts, and if she does half of what she's done for our kids and for our family, then she's done enough.
Enséñame. La ropa negra.
If you would Google ideal teacher characteristics on the web, I swear her picture would come up. She's welcoming and appreciative, and she engages right along with the children and thinks about fun ideas.
She has been like a gift to him and to our family. She goes so above and beyond, finding ways to ensure that even though the reading piece of everything he does is always so challenging, none of the content necessarily is. I cry at every conference. Having a teacher like Gretchen for my kids has meant that I don't have to worry about constantly trying to find ways for him to feel empowered and him to feel excited, because I know that the teacher's doing it for him.
Can anybody summarize your weekend for me using a somebody once but so strategy?
She takes the time to really understand what they need and make a difference in their life. Really has challenged our daughter and the kids that I've seen her interact with to be leaders, even in 5th grade. And she really has a great understanding of how to create the right environment in which learning can happen.
If you have a question, you can just go up to her and she'll do her best to answer it. She's a really good person, great personality. She always helps. She tries to make the lessons fun and everything fun. So we have a good time in class.
Good job. Good job.
Empire State Building is a skyscraper.
Yep, skyscraper, you got it.
She brings so much energy to the classroom. Every time we were there, every time my son was there, she was always happy. My son received special services at the time, and she was so supportive of him and really helped him excel.
Super fun. My daughter still talks about things that they did at the end of the year and throughout the year. Patient with the many questions I would have or the concerns that my daughter would have. Actually, my daughter says that that was her favorite year in school.
Are you just taking turns?
Yeah.
Okay. Go team! I love the sharing.
My first day at middle school overall, I was just like overwhelmed on that first day. She was sort of the one who kept me tethered to the ground. She understands what we have to do to learn.
She creates so many online tutorials for her math classes, kind of a Gall Academy, if you will. She is the teacher you wish you had. She's someone that you can rely on like your mom, but she's also someone that'll call you out like your sister.
She really values us as part of her life.
What is our road going to look like? Is it going to be a lot of ups and downs? Is it going to be a consistent down? Is it going to be up? What do you want that to look like?
When kids get their schedules and they look down to see who all their teachers are, and every time a kid sees they have Mr. Malowig, they're like, yes! He's willing to work with kids before school, after school, during lunch, during advisory, whatever he can do to kind of push that student forward. When they're frustrated, when they're struggling, he doesn't want them to give up.
He brings history to life with interactive assignments and innovative technology. He knows that if kids are willing to come to class and learn, they're more willing to participate. He focuses on their overall well-being. She feels a sense of belonging. She feels like she can be herself each day.
Muy buenos días. Muy buenos días. Okay, vamos a...
Juan Pablo is a master teacher. He's able to strike that balance between challenge and fun. He engages his students in the classroom, and he does it by making personal connections.
I was in color guard all 4 years of high school, and he was always there at the football games cheering us on. He is an amazing person and an amazing teacher. He has literally been a shoulder to cry on in some very tough times in my life.
And because of the connections that he has with them and the safety of that classroom, they feel comfortable to make mistakes in his classroom, to push themselves, and they're able to achieve so much more because of it.
Remember, you're not doing it alone, and you can prepare, you can have notes.
I went from hating language arts to actually loving it. I feel like the way I'm able to write has greatly improved because of her. She really pushes you to think outside the box and not what other people, not what your partner's thinking, but what you deep down think.
Instantly, right away, I knew she was going to be a great teacher. She always smiled a lot, which I really like because I also smile a lot. It really made me feel like she cared about me. She's just so much fun. She's so fun, and I feel so incredibly lucky that I got to have her as my teacher. She's actually the best.
We're gonna lay the comforter on top of the bed and tuck the leftover portions under the mattress.
When it comes to instruction for each and every kid, she is the individualized teacher that students need. Her student lessons are creative, everyone is laughing, they don't even realize that they're learning.
And she makes sure that it's more about him not meeting some curricula or meeting some standard. It's about what is best for Tristan and how can we get him to that next level. This is the first time in his life that he asks for school. He doesn't want to leave.
These apples will start to sweat. We mix in all of that brown sugar with that.
This year, Heather Phillips has been one of our teachers in our Tonka Online K-8 program. And so she has done a lot with our family and consumer science. She's taught in our Culinaries Innovation course, amongst many other things. Heather is warm, she's genuine, she's caring. Students seek her out because they know that she cares about who they are as people.
Every time I needed help, she was always there to help. Even if I just needed someone to talk to, she was always there. I still make her apple crisps from when she taught us. I made them for my family. They all loved them. I've never stopped. I still love baking.
Just because it doesn't necessarily have numbers doesn't mean it's not math. Math is a way of thinking sometimes.
He has a great sense of humor, he's really welcoming, and he just makes it fun. He does know my son. He actually made a book recommendation that really drew him into reading more and got him excited about it.
Tim has a craft for bringing in unique topics and situations that are really engaging for young learners. He asked the question, would you rather wrestle an alligator or a bear? Now, if that doesn't get a kid's attention right away, I don't know what does.